turntables in the upright position.
Make me fly. Watch me kiss the sky. When you move on me, it is all it be. With you by my side, there's no way I can lose. See me fly.
Goddamn, and my memory served me. Energy from everything kinetic surgeon. Better never get another chance to be this young. Woke up to see this sun. New days, I'ma get me one. Been a long road coming, thinking God blessed every run. All a million little pieces we've become. Any bucket list, I'ma leave it done. All I need's a good cup of coffee, good plump in the concrete. Hooked up in Brooklyn, took a Nile Street. Bought every watch in his jacket, just so maybe I remember this time, everything that happened. Then I'm zipping in my friends a mask where the legal grass is. Just give me the sativa stash. It's been down, now it seems it's backwards. Got a beat from in, now we rolling down the street, just laughing so fly.
Make me fly. Watch me kiss the sky. When you move on me, it is all it be. With you by my side, there's no way I can lose. See me fly. When you move on me, it is all it be. With you by my side, there's no way I can lose. See me fly.
When I'm with you, my dear, I'm far away from here. Must be the magic. Must be the magic. I found you.
Make me fly.
That's right.
Watch me kiss the sky. When you move on me, it is all it be. With you by my side, there's no way I can lose. See me fly.
Oh shit, bounce smooth, cause you reach a new altitudes. Hanging on every word like a mountain view. When we bounce a cruise, fuck them all, I can count on you. Like Bojack and Dyer, whole snap and try it. Pepper pots in the eye, man. Times get strange and the people keep lying. The truth is the truth, any state I reside in. I am.
Make me fly. Watch me kiss the sky. When you move on me, it is all it be. With you by my side, there's no way I can lose. See me fly.
Ahora directamente desde West Hartford, Clockwise, el único, el más bravo, el duro, el que nunca nadie lo puede poner abajo porque él siempre tiene toda la lírica para todo el pueblo de West Hartford, para que no sepa, papá.
And we are back. It's another Friday night. And if it's Friday night at 9 o'clock Eastern, the only time that matters, then it's us. We are talking IDP, and we are joined this week. We got Kyle there in the coach / Kyle, the expert.
What's happening, guys?
Yeah. The expert chair over there.
Yeah,
I'm watching you on
Coach Water.
Twitter. I'm watching us on Twitter, so it's kind of like on a delay. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, let me switch over to actually see what's happening live here. And we are also joined by Hollywood, who's he must be in like Australia with our buddies AJ and G, because he sounds like he's light years away. He's angry. He's an angry elf right now, so we'll leave him alone. So anyway, and we're also joined by Brock, not Brock Lesnar, although that would be pretty cool if we were joined by Brock Lesnar. Brock, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Doing fantastic, we'll say. How about that? Did that sound convincing to you?
Yeah, sure.
I'm buying it.
You're buying it? All right. Sorry about that. I'm checking a couple emails. So I just tweeted out, and this is a thank you to a lot of the fantasy community, as we were able to raise a crap ton of money here. We were able to raise a full $2,000 in total between the IDP Invitational, which I'm getting slaughtered in, by the way. I think I'm getting killed. And also the Eliminators. We raised about it was about seven. Well, I did the math, but I split it up. We donated 4 leagues worth of funds to Autism Speaks and that charity, and we donated 3 leagues worth of charity to the Autism Self-Advocacy Network, or Autistic Self-Advocacy Network. So we kind of split it up this year. So we donated those funds today. It took me a little while. I was waiting, actually. I was really waiting for a day, because they have certain days with the charities where they'll like double your donation. And none of those have hit since like I started collecting. Actually, one was like in the very beginning, and I was like, I'll wait till they roll another one of those over so I could double it. But I figured if I didn't donate it, it might slip my mind, and I definitely wanted to make sure that money went to where it was supposed to go to. And with any hope, everybody that wins will just donate their money, and I'll be able to make another donation. So to split it up. So
That's awesome.
Hollywood's, I don't know. He's probably smashing his computer right now, it seems like.
Been a rough start.
Yeah. The F word is in the private chat that we can see.
Yeah.
So
Saw that.
But lots has changed since we recorded IDP Nation on Wednesday night. We thought Pittsburgh and Tennessee were playing a football game on Wednesday night, and it was just going to be pushed back to Monday or Tuesday, but they're not playing at all, and it's wreaking a little bit of havoc. What's wreaking, I think, more havoc is teams released their outs for the most part today, and Michael Thomas was thought to play again, and he's no longer playing. DeAndre Hopkins is questionable, apparently, although he plays through everything. I'm not worried about that.
He hasn't practiced, though, right?
He don't need to practice.
Who needs practice?
Who needs practice? Come on. Nobody needs to.
That's what I was setting you up for.
Some of these guys don't need practice. What are we, Allen Iverson?
Yeah.
We're talking about practice.
We're talking about practice. Not a game. Not a game. I could go through that whole speech.
Yep.
By the way, the Sixers probably getting Doc Rivers. So
Seen that.
yeah. By the way, I am representing the Autism Speaks walk is tomorrow, the virtual walk. So I would like to encourage everybody, if you are athletic or not athletic, to walk 1.54 miles in spirit. And then that's the distance we used to walk basically around Citizens Bank Park. So if you've ever been to Philly, we just walk around Citizens Bank Park the long way. We go around the parking lot. So, where everybody would be getting hammered. So anyway, Sean, right off the bat, attacking Hollywood as usual. I love it. Did Hollywood postpone his appearance like the Titans? So yes, Hollywood is going to take his bye week this week, and he will be back in week 5, hopefully. Although I don't know, somebody in one of my leagues was messaging me like, yeah, I don't think we're safe with the Titans yet, because if more cases, I mean, our president of the United States has COVID. So, I mean, I don't know. It's a crazy world. So
They had a couple more pop up today, right?
I've heard one.
I think one yesterday.
One yesterday? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not Derrick Henry or Ryan Tannehill. I mean, come on. It's like a hamstring. You play with the guys you got. I mean, you could stub a toe and be out for 2 weeks.
But I think a positive sign of the whole thing, though, is that Minnesota has nothing, right? So,
Yeah, Minnesota doesn't have anything. I heard I was listening to Good Morning Football. Apparently, the bus driver of the Titans had it.
yeah.
And they also, apparently the same bus driver drove the Houston Astros or something
Yeah.
crazy
Oh, wow.
like that.
Wow.
I'm like, how the hell are they in the same place? Is he just like, a team hired bus driver? I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe it was Houston was trying to sabotage the Titans, maybe. And everybody's trying to sabotage the Astros because they want to just kill them. Yeah, 2 more today. Okay. I've been on my phone sparingly this week because work sucks.
Yeah, you're busy, man.
If you have kids out there, buy your teacher something nice at Christmas time, because if they're teaching virtually or hybrid even, they probably want to, like, I don't know, quit and go do something else. But anyway, so Sean, you better get 4 Primo gifts. Starbucks gift cards are always good. Dunkin' Donuts. If you're in the Philly area, Wawa. Those are the best gifts. None of those dollar store coffee mugs. I got millions of them. I leave them at school, although I'm probably not allowed to do that anymore because, you probably can't bring anything to school. I don't know. By the way, I almost ditched us all so I could watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. It was on Freeform before the show.
The classic.
Ironic that I pulled that mug out of the bin here. But yeah. And Beetlejuice just came on. Beetlejuice. There he is.
Larry?
Can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Am I
It doesn't
delayed?
doesn't even sound like you're delayed. So wow, you might have fixed it. Did you rip all the devices out of the walls in your house so you could get all of the internet?
It's not important how I got it to work.
Damn right.
That's right, Sean. We were watching Hotel Transylvania earlier today too. So
Oh, that's great. Those movies are top notch.
yeah. If I could just sit around and watch kids Halloween movies all day, I think I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Except for football. I don't want to watch football. Speaking of, Darrell and I were recording during the Jets Broncos because we were doing the Dig podcast, and that was actually a good game.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it wasn't the best of talents, but I mean, it was actually a good game. But anyway, let's get into some IDP here. So Brock, you drafted 90 linebackers in our listener league. Is that what I remember here?
It was pretty heavy, I know. But yeah, that's I guess one of the importance is knowing what the rules of the league are, right? But in IDP, you can never have too many linebackers, right?
Yeah, we voted on all the rules, so it was a group effort. Maybe you were on the losing side of the linebacker vote, because I know I think we can only start 3 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Because two of everything and 3 linebackers or 3 safeties. Like we have some wiggle room there, but
Well, he should be okay with this unexpected bye week then, right?
that's true. Yes. And
Really,
by the
Kyle?
way,
This is where you're going, Kyle? Really?
Hey, that's not. I'm just saying. He's got 90 linebackers, so he's all right.
yeah, I'm hurting in the IDP Invitational. I am hurting because I got 3 guys on IR, and I don't want to drop any of them. And I'm like, I had to drop Melvin Ingram because I'm like, I need a warm body to throw in my lineup right now.
Yep.
Right.
Well,
I don't even care who it is. I just need somebody that's actually going to play.
I looked. I had Devin Bush, Rashawn Evans, and Juju, and Ryan Tannehill.
I have
So
Juju and a bunch.
Yeah.
Darrell must have had to change all of his leagues because he has Tannehill's quarterback in all of them.
I think I only own him in 2 of my 50 leagues too.
2 of your 50 leagues, yeah.
I'd rather not have a damn quarterback as to have it on my team.
He's been better than Carson Wentz so far this year. And a lot of people drafted him pretty high.
Yeah, that's true.
We're joined by Sean, right? Sean?
Yes.
Sean's quiet. He's also
He's not quiet. Trust me, he's not quiet. There's something going on.
Ghost right now. He's got that Hollywood internet.
If he does, I feel for him because he's cussing like a mother right now. If he is.
What's the latest on Danielle Hunter? I always want to say Danielle. It looks like Danielle to me. Danielle Hunter. It's not looking good. He's getting a second opinion on his injury, and I think we're playing, I guess, tug of war here between the green room and the main stage here.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to him to see what's happening, so I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, Darrell might be turning that Titans poster in if he decides to not just bag the bet. Are you just going to bag the bet? I mean, if he's out for more than 3 weeks, are you just going to back out?
I don't want to, but
I know you don't want to, but if he's not going to play at all this season, it's not really a fair bet. I mean, Nate day one said, "Oh, I guess the bet's null and void," and
I know,
said,
but
no, I want it.
But you know Darrell's response. I ain't scared.
That's right. Well, I figured he was only going to miss like 2 or 3 weeks. So these 2 or 3 weeks is turning into like 2 or 3 months. So if that's the case, I'm kind of screwed. So
yeah, it stinks. Sean, are you with us? Or are you like? Do we have to say your name 3 times like Beetlejuice for you to appear?
He says he sees us, but he can't hear us. Is he in the green room?
He's right there. You can't see the green room. Maybe he's John Cena. You can't see him.
Well,
it is Friday Night SmackDown tonight.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I tried to get us here at quarter of. But.
Well, I was too, but my motherfucking internet decided it was going to. I can't do it all, Dan.
You can go run a internet wire on your telephone pole. I have faith.
I run out of aluminum foil, okay? My signal is not picking up.
Yeah. By the way, if you didn't listen to the Dig podcast, which is probably possible because it just came out a couple months ago. Oh, wow, man. We got people dropping like flies.
Look what you did.
I chased them off. But our boy Bryce Huff got to play some football.
Yes,
that's awesome.
So, yeah, we saw he was out there for like 2 or 3 series at least.
He played.
He was out there more than that. He played a lot.
Yeah. But had some
tackles, couple pressures. He did well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good game. For a debut, I was kind of happy that he got to play. I didn't see him on the inactives list, which is positive.
He got 42 snaps.
42. That's probably about half because he played a lot of snaps.
Yeah, 60%. So
that was a long game.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome to see that.
Most of those Thursday night games are over by like 11:30. This one was there's still like a series to go at 11:30.
Yeah.
So we wrapped up Dig around 11:15 or so. It was still on, still ready to go. So any of your leagues panicking over more COVID spikes and people postponing games? And
I think most of my leagues have been pretty understanding. I think anybody that started a fantasy football league this year kind of knew what the opportunities were going to be just based on the NBA and stuff early. So thankfully nobody's been like a problem or an issue. I've read, some of the comments on Twitter where there's some people being up in arms about stuff, but I don't know why you would do that. It kind of is what it is. If you want to have fun and enjoy it, you just kind of have to go with the punches a little bit, I guess. So
it's basically like an early bye week. I don't know why they're getting so upset.
This one is.
But
so what happens if the Titans miss another game or have to miss another game? Do they then build in a week 18 and a week 19? And how does that affect fantasy? And
why you got to pick on my Titans? You think they're the only ones going to be hit with this shit?
Yes.
Right now they are. they're like the Miami Marlins of baseball. They were the first, so they're going to get lambasted and told how terrible they were. Did they visit a strip club for some good wings? Is that what happened in Minnesota?
I don't know, but if they have those drive-through strip clubs, now there's it's a possibility.
Man. Well, the bus driver was positive as well, so maybe, who knows. We got Chris in the house, Detroit Beastie.
What up, Chris?
Where's he at? I don't see him.
Well, you don't see him, but
You said he was in the house. I don't see him in my house. He's not walking around my house.
I hit the little button, it came up, and it went back down. See, because we don't have to leave the comments up there for like 20 minutes.
I'm trying to get Sean on here, and I don't know what's the problem.
Hey man, my IT time is up. I'm an IT person / teacher / counselor / first responder / 5,000 other things from 8 to 3:30.
/ Captain Douche-Tard.
Well, that's after 3:30.
That is after 3:30.
When I get on my phone and start torturing you, that's when I transition to that job.
Yes, you do it well.
Yes. Asshole. Yeah, I have not really been. I mean, I did listen to Good Morning Football a little bit while I was working this afternoon, and I heard the greatest thing, and I tweeted out a meme, and maybe it's just people from Delco that will get it, but they mentioned they were doing like fake callers, just panicking about their teams, and there was a person from Delco was calling about Carson Wentz and how concerned they are about the Philadelphia Eagles. So there's a meme of Leonardo DiCaprio. I think it's from Wolf of Wall Street, where he's got a beer in his hand and he's pointing at the TV. And it's like everybody in Delco is like, they mentioned Delco. Because that's normally what happens when people mention Delco on TV. That's almost right up there with the president saying that Philadelphia is a bad, bad place. No, nothing good happens in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Except where Shane is.
Philadelphia is a what's the term I'm looking for? It's an endearing city. You have to get used to it.
Okay.
So, and the president's a New Yorker, so hey, what does he know? Philadelphians think New York's a crap hole. So. I just chased away our Philadelphia audience and our New York audience all in one segment.
We're supposed to be gaining viewers, not running them away.
They can bring their Twitter comments to us, and they can complain about whatever city they want to complain about.
Yeah, they can direct them at SeahawksDan8.
Sure. As Hollywood would say, I ain't scared. I'm out here in the country, so I'm not in any big city.
Yeah, he's out there with the Amish Mafia.
Hey, you watch. Zachariah will be knocking at your door one of these days.
I wish Zachariah would one time. This ain't no damn barn raising down here in Tennessee. We'll fuck his ass up. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
See, this is how I get in trouble right here. Perfect example of how I get in trouble.
I don't force you to curse.
But what's the fun in that if you can't curse?
I'm a clean-speaking individual, that's all.
See, I know Brock's thinking the same thing. He's from out there in Nebraska. He's thinking the same thing. He just ain't saying it.
Well, I'm guessing you're a Cornhuskers fan then, because that's the only thing in Nebraska, right?
That would be correct, yes.
I mean, there's no professional teams in Nebraska. I'm not telling any lies here.
No. I've since migrated away, but yeah, born and raised in Nebraska, so we go with the good and the bad of the Cornhuskers.
Well, they don't have to defect because they agreed to Big Ten to play again. So,
Well, it's okay if Ohio State wants to play, but it wasn't okay if Nebraska wanted to play, right?
Yeah.
Well, who makes money in the NCAA? The Ohio State, the U, Clemson. You know, the big schools that sell all the merchandise. That's what they were looking for.
Yeah, the fuck eyes.
The Vols don't sell any shirts. Come on.
They probably sell plenty in Tennessee.
I mean, Darrell has a full wardrobe of Tennessee stuff, so they make enough money off of him.
I do.
So is Gaskins a good flex play against Seattle this week? Defense is banged up. They are. I would play all your Dolphins. Did you see the points that every team has put up against Seattle? I mean, Seattle's won, but
yeah, they give up a lot.
It's been nothing but offense. I mean, running wise, I don't think Gaskin's going to do much. So because they didn't really let Elliott do anything, but he's a pass catcher. I mean, he'll get that stuff out of the backfield. They were letting Elliott catch screen passes and dump offs all day. So, I mean, I think you'll get plenty of points from Gaskin just through that. And, you know, they'll score. I mean, I know somebody was saying that Miami was their upset of the week or something like that. I did read that. You know, anything against Seattle, I read. But yeah, I mean, I would start everybody in that game because it's going to be a shootout. Miami can't stop Seattle.
Sucks Jamal Adams is out though.
Yeah,
it does. But I'd rather him sit out against Miami than some other teams.
What's the over under on that one, Dan?
You know, I haven't had a chance to look at that stuff at all.
Right.
I look at it Sunday morning mostly. That stuff because the lines can change throughout the week.
Yes.
I mean, Chris Carson's probably going to play despite that dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't talk about that this week, but the dirty gator roll, I guess they call it here, where he's grabbing his leg and twisting it. But Tristan Hill.
That was bad.
Yeah, he got a fine. I mean, I think if he would have, I don't know. I hate to say it's reactionary depending on, but like hockey's reactionary like that too, where it's like if somebody's injured, then the penalty's worse. Since Carson wasn't really, super injured, then they just fined him. So I don't know. That might be looked into in the offseason. There's probably not a rule against it. It's probably just an unwritten rule that you get punched in the face if you do something like that. But I mean, that's where in hockey, that's exactly what would have happened. Like the next shift, that guy would have gotten punched in the face by the goon and it would have been over. But that late in a game, that important of a game, you don't want to get into a fight in a football game that's that close.
All right.
It's not like hockey where you can send a goon out and they just get a game misconduct and they're gone.
Send the goon out, doesn't even have a stick.
That's right. You don't need no stick. Just get out there.
No stick, no gloves. Just go.
I think of hockey and you say goon, and I immediately think that every team has a Tanya Harding somewhere in the back.
I don't know. Hockey has changed so much. There's not even places for goons in hockey anymore. Sean's having some technology issues.
Yeah, I don't know. He says his browser, it keeps telling him that it won't support it. So I don't know what he's.
Use Google Chrome.
I told him. I did. And he says it's telling him the same thing. So I'm trying to help him figure it out. But
use Firefox. Use an iPhone.
Firefox.
Someone from Tennessee trying to help a Canadian figure out the internet. Only
Jesus.
Really brought you. It's supposed to be on my side too. Come on.
Where's Coach when we need him? They can speak Canadian to each other.
Yes, I know. Damn it.
Yes, I love Coach's reason for not being available tonight, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's fantastic.
I like the fact that he give us a countdown. And he put the word "the" in front of it too. So
yeah. That's what got me. Yeah.
I don't know. That was hilarious though, because I'm like, whose week is it? Because I can't keep track of this stuff anymore.
Oh shoot!
I think it was like yesterday, and we're like, do we even have any guests for the show?
Well, I got one of my two. If I could just get Sean, I don't know what the heck.
Yeah. I know. But hey, throw some comments in. We got some football this weekend, besides Steelers, which I don't have a huge share of Steelers or Titans. I had some leagues I had to change, but there are quite a few of them. Are we taking viewers away from the NBA Finals? Is that what we're doing here?
I hope so.
Do I have to turn on the finals to see what's going on? I don't pay that much attention to basketball, although I do have a pending bet on the two LA teams to win the Super Bowl and not the Super Bowl, the World Series and the NBA championship. So Dodgers and Lakers, if they win, I don't know. I made it in the preseason because I knew the Lakers were, stacked, and I knew the Dodgers were stacked. So I was like, let's go. $10. If I win 20, that's great. If I lose, oh well.
Right.
So yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of let's see if I can bring up some injuries here since we're a little light on the comment. Maybe the NBA Finals is just too much for us to handle.
Good.
That's just crazy talk.
And by the way, Roto World, I hate that you don't have an app anymore. And I think everybody in fantasy Twitter hates that now too. Because yeah.
There he is.
Hey.
Oh my God, there he is. He's alive. Holy shit.
What the fuck is up?
What's going on?
I can't hear any of you motherfuckers.
Are you
hear us?
Oh my God. This is just too great.
We can hear the NFL Network in the background.
Mute.
I think.
Mute. Unmute.
Sure, he wouldn't mind spreading that out a little bit.
Yeah, you don't have the power to mute.
Oh, I love Sean. It's great.
Yeah.
Audio jack.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
He's turning.
Oh, shit.
Tell me everybody else.
Fucking put something in my ears. Okay, so I can tell you guys can hear me. I can't hear you though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Turn the volume to the right.
You hear my TV.
Yes.
Okay.
He's got that Hollywood delay going on.
This is great.
Well, he figures out that. B. Hartley with the Washington D line lost two guys. Yeah, Ioannidis and Chase Young are missing in action for. I mean, Ioannidis. Bicep tear. I think is what it was, right? He's gone for a while.
Yeah.
And Chase Young with a groin.
No, I can't hear you, man.
Unplug, plug back in. No.
Let's see here.
And this is a funny one. Alton Robinson, the next big sack machine in Seattle. I mean, if you get one in Seattle, you're considered a big sack machine, I guess. So yeah.
This is great. I can't even right now.
Be no smart. You drink American beer, make me stupid. Only 5% does not compute.
I can't.
I really don't understand why a fucking pair of headphones that you plug into a fucking computer wouldn't just fucking work.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what to do. Shit. There's all these buttons. None of them
Oh my gosh.
make headphones working. Headset, yeah. Analog. Connector, retasking. Wonderful. Microphone. Seems to work. Speakers. Oh, fuck. Maybe I just unplugged these. Advanced settings. Yeah, right.
Oh, God.
Shit.
Oh.
Oh.
You're killing me, dude. I'm done.
Oh, man.
I don't understand. I really don't even know what the fuck to do. Fuck, would this not work?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Thanks.
Oh man.
Microphone. Yeah, obviously that's what
How do you do that? That's entertaining. Yeah. We'll have to put this on like
this is
TikTok
great.
or something as
Jesus, man.
Canadian trying to figure out American technology.
other devices.
Hang on, I'll see if I can get him.
I would mute them, but it's kind of
Trusted
entertaining.
devices. None of them are trusted. Shit.
It is kind of fake.
Oh, this is great. This is our best show ever.
Oh, fuck.
He's got to have a setting or something off. I don't know what it is, but
Or the volume or something. Yeah, I don't know.
That's
The
great.
funny thing is, he's probably been able to hear us for 5 minutes, but it was so entertaining that he was like, "We'll just keep rolling with it."
Fucking unbelievable. Maybe.
Oh God.
Headphone?
I'm dying. Whew. Oh, I'm freaking dying.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
That's why I don't invite Canadians. Especially not old men Canadians.
I hope Dingus watches this.
Sure.
This will be great.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh my God.
Done.
Done. Yeah. Oh man.
What was we talking about?
We were talking about Alton Robinson being the sack master for the Seahawks.
Oh.
So,
He-
and I was joking around. I was joking around that if he gets one, then he would be probably the sack master here. Let's see.
Oh.
He's got 2 of them up. So let's see. Can you hear us now? But that one's frozen.
Oh, that's great.
No, I still can't. We'll put both of them up.
Oh, I can't. No, I can't do it. Oh man.
2 beers, 2 people. There you go.
Phew. I can't do that.
Oh,
That's great.
yeah, you can always just put us on Twitter and listen to us through that, maybe. And I don't know. I mean, I've done my connection from my phone. I think I did the start.
He's gonna have us muted somehow or something. I don't know. There's something he's got.
I'm the only one with the power to do that.
Well, I mean, you can mute yourself though. So I wonder if he's got
yourself. Well, no, the one. I mean, he's obviously not muted himself because we've heard him try to get that up.
Oh, that was great.
Yes, it was.
I want that clip so I can put it on YouTube.
Well, it's live right now. It's going to be on YouTube.
Oh my God.
Don't you understand? We are on YouTube right now. That's how this works. We hit live, and we're live. You have to see me cry on national.
Oh, that was great.
Nationwide.
That was so great.
Actually, I guess that's global because I think you can get YouTube everywhere but North Korea, right?
I have no idea.
Hey,
North
Ben,
Korea doesn't have anything in, so
Ben said this is more entertaining than the NBA Finals in the comments. So.
he did. I actually, in between me trying to hide myself, laughing so hard I was crying, I put that up on the screen.
I didn't see because I was just laughing too hard.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
He's going to restart, so maybe we'll get a part 2 of this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That was awesome.
That's definitely the funniest thing that's ever happened on the show.
Oh my god.
See, that's why live TV is so good, because you just can't predict.
That was better than Hollywood's rants about us busting on them for Tannehill and stuff. Like,
oh man.
Right here, he's frozen over here. So anyway, Sean had some problems with had Twitter and had to switch to YouTube. I know Twitter every once in a while has connection issues, and it's catching the replay on Twitter is a little bit more reliable. When you're streaming live, it's better to go on like Periscope, I think, or YouTube or Facebook Live. So yeah, well, he's back and he left. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, technology's great when it works, and when it doesn't, it can be very frustrating.
Oh man,
I can imagine the comments being made at households when they're trying to turn in a Google assignment and they can't figure out how to do it. Cursing at me. I'm probably being cursed right now because they couldn't figure out how to take their test or something today. But anyway, game you guys are looking forward to this weekend? What's the big game?
Ooh.
I stumped you that quickly, huh?
Well, I'm trying to run over the games in my head. Who else playing? So
we just went over them the other night.
Well,
I'm looking forward to the Chiefs and the Patriots game a little bit. That one should.
Yeah, I think that one we said the other night was the primo game. Although the Tampa Bay and right now the Tampa who's Tampa playing?
Tampa plays
Chargers.
Yeah, never mind.
Yep.
It's the Tampa and the Bears should be a decent game on
Colts
Thursday.
Bears. Oh, that's the next Thursday.
Colts Bears should be decent. That's one of the hardest games to pick for me because
there's
both
kind of a lot of garbage this week. It looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I have Baltimore. I think completely murdering the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Buffalo Vegas might be pretty good.
Who would be?
I said maybe Buffalo and Vegas will be all right.
It's in the Roomba, so
yeah.
I think there'll be some points scored Monday night. Atlanta and Green Bay. They should put the points up anyway.
Well, Atlanta will give up at least 30.
Well, that's after they get up by 30, and then they'll give up one of the greatest comebacks ever. So
unbelievable, man.
Well, Byron Jones is out for the Dolphins, so that's good news. That's a Jaguars. What the hell am I looking at? Friday, September 25th. That was last week. What week are we in? Week 4, right?
Yep.
Week 4.
I'm trying to look up injuries, and like I don't know. Like NFL's stuff's broke. The games for this week.
So how do you guys feel about DeMarcus Lawrence?
Ooh.
Has he not just completely crapped the bed?
Big time.
He kind of has.
Him and Kalin Farrell both.
Yep.
Well, you can say
19 games, neither one of them's doing much.
Well, at least DeMarcus Lawrence had some success. I mean, Clelin Ferrell's had 0 success.
But Lawrence, he's only been playing like 40% of the snaps the last 2 games.
Yeah, last week was horrible. I couldn't believe it. It was like 40. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was like 43.
Yeah, it was something like it was like.
I don't remember what it was, but
yeah,
it was horrible. Which you would think he would do better with Aldon Smith being that big stud across from him.
Right. Yeah,
but man, he's done nothing. That's crazy.
Definitely
it almost seems like he's almost splitting with Everson Griffin, I think, kind of in a way.
Right. Well, I thought this year, last year he struggled with injury all year. That shoulder was banged up, and I thought he'd come back looking to redeem himself this year. But
yeah, Sean says
he's not done.
Sean says Falcons Packers. That should be a good game.
Neither one of them can play defense.
Yeah, neither one of them can.
And Lazard's out now. He had Cormac.
Yeah, what the heck was that, man? I have Lazard in a few lineups. I got to go through and
he didn't say nothing during the game, and then after the game, something happened. And then next thing
how about Devontae Adams? Is he playing or is he out still?
I think Adams is playing.
Yeah, it sounds like he's had limited practices anyway, so it looks like it.
Well, at least I'll get him back in a couple leagues.
Yep.
Yeah, and Lazard had a core body injury that had required surgery, which is
yeah.
Yep. He had surgery today. Yeah.
Oh
wow.
Big Aaron Jones week.
Yep, I think so.
The Falcons have been letting it up through the air, though, man.
I still think he'll catch passes.
Yeah.
We ain't got much. We ain't got much else.
Yeah.
I mean, Equimina St. Brown is on the IR, so
right.
Reggie Beggleton, did they bring back Beggleton?
No, they brought up Darius Shepard last week. He was the guy.
Robert Foster's on your practice squad, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
They could bring him in.
We might bring him in. Yeah. Last week was Darius Shepard with Adams out. This week Lazard's out. So
I mean, you only need a couple guys to run routes, and then one of them just to say Aaron Rodgers, just go.
Well, they utilized the tight ends a lot more last week. So I think Tanya and Lewis caught 9 balls.
I know. I have Mercedes Lewis on a couple of squads for some god awful reasons. Probably like start 2 tight end or something.
Right. Yeah.
That's the only reason I have him, and I probably have had him since he was a Jaguar, which was like 20 years ago. I feel like.
A dynasty league started in 2005, and still in it.
Probably, yeah.
Hey, there's that crazy stat out there that he's the only first-round pick to ever catch a touchdown from Rodgers.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That the Packers have never given him weapons in the first round of play.
If only there was a couple wide receivers in this last year's draft. We just couldn't pull the trigger on 1 and 7.
That reminds me of what we in Hollywood used to say: if only the Raiders had a pass rusher. When they
right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Detroit, New Orleans. I hope it's going to be good, but I mean, it's looking grim for New Orleans. They're without Jared Cook too.
Yep.
They had
Kamara
7 starters.
Eat them alive.
Well, Kamara's been amazing, and he'll get
7.
Wow.
I don't think New Orleans going to have a tough time winning the game. It's good for fantasy for him, but
I still take them. Detroit's
still Detroit. So
New Orleans without Michael Thomas and
Sorry,
Jared Cook. He knows they suck.
They got a big win last week.
They did. And that surprised the hell out of me. And that's why I'm saying I think Arizona is playing better football than New Orleans is right now. I mean, New Orleans could have
only they would use that Swiss Army knife they have.
Right.
Yeah, there might be nobody on the offensive side that's playing better than Kamara right now.
Right. Oh yeah, I agree, Rock.
Yeah, Simmons. If they would just use him.
Do they?
Talking about New Orleans. So.
Well, you said Arizona.
Well, I'm saying Arizona's playing decent football right now, and New Orleans is not really playing decent football right now. Their defense is playing okay, but I mean, they let Aaron Rodgers go up and down the field without Devontae Adams. So their best weapons on the sideline, and you still can't.
Are they getting Marcus Davenport back this week?
Nope.
I thought I seen that somewhere.
He's out. I think he's out.
Oh, really?
I thought I was being stupid. I can't look up injury reports. So I was trying to look for injuries, like who's out, who's in, who's out, but I click on it and it says there's no games this week. So maybe the NFL is planning on shutting down everything. I don't know. Maybe if I click on schedule, we'll have the stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, Davenport's out this week. So is Lattimore.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard that the Lions are looking better and better.
Jesus. And Janoris Jenkins.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Brock said 7 starters earlier. Yeah, 7 starters.
Yeah, that's not good then. Yeah, they're in trouble.
I need to check my lineups for all these guys because I got a bunch of them. I got Janoris Jenkins in a bunch of leagues because he's a good pass catching guy. See, look at me spitting that cornerback knowledge on you.
That hurt to say it, hey?
I'm proud of you. He's finally listening to me. I can't believe it.
Listen, I'm just not paying close attention. Ugo Amadi's the guy to get.
Yes.
And I already have him, so you don't have to worry about looking if you're in a league with me. I already have him.
He's been playing well.
He's playing a safety-ish role. He's not really playing corner. He's playing more of a hybrid.
Yep.
Which is so
taking that Marquise Blair role. Once he went out, and he's just playing.
Once he went out, he's slid right in. Yeah. Corey Littleton has been a bigger bust than Lawrence. I've been telling y'all not to draft Corey Littleton.
I don't know.
For 2 years.
I don't like Littleton either, but
I will say Dan's been telling the don't draft Corey Littleton for a while. Ever since we did the linebacker,
he has
in the off season. He was even saying it then.
Yeah, me and him both
like him in LA. That's right,
Nope.
Sean. That's right. Should have listened to Dan.
Right.
Truer things have never been said.
Right.
If you could send that message to my wife, that'd be great. It's a good thing she doesn't listen to the show. You guys like Schobert or Shaq? Well, Shaq came back to life. Everybody, I think last week, everybody was ready to throw him off a cliff. And, not everybody, but yeah, he's back to normal, back to producing. Who the Jags play? Jags play
Cincinnati,
yeah.
And Carolina plays Arizona. I'll go Shaq. Because if Arizona's without DeAndre Hopkins, which I still don't think is going to happen, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow because they'll be taking off from Arizona to head to Carolina. So if Hopkins is on the plane, he's playing.
Yeah.
If he's not on the plane, he's not playing. They don't send him cross country if he's not playing.
That's true.
That's the one nice thing about away. If you're an away team, you kind of tip your hand about who's playing. Like, I think that's why New Orleans has all these guys announced now because they're not getting on the plane to go to Detroit. So they're just going to tell you now. That's why they're not here.
Here's one for Kyle. Do you think Ty Summers is going to be something this weekend?
I do. Yeah, I do. I think from everything I read this week in practice and everything coming out, whatever, he looks like he's going to be the guy to replace Kirksey just like last week. LaFleur was happy with the way he got the calls in and set the defense up. He had a few mistakes. Obviously, he had a big missed tackle in that Kamara play, like 5 other guys on the team did.
Right. Anybody's going to criticize him for that. You go try to tackle Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. No, but I mean, it sounds like he's going to get the first crack at it, and I mean, they play probably more one linebacker sets than anybody else. I mean, it's close, but I think he should be fine this weekend.
Well, that's only because they run a lot of edge guys out there.
Yeah. Whatever that is. I don't know what that is, but sure, we'll go with that.
What the hell's wrong with Preston Smith? He hasn't really done anything.
I don't know. He's just not a good start.
I have him in one league, I think, and I looked at his, and I'm like, man, he's on my bench. He's my bye week fill-in guy, but I mean, he's hasn't done anything. Normally he has a boom week, and I'm like tempted to throw him in there, but especially because I think I have Jayon Brown in that league, and I'm like, maybe I should. Yeah. But then I was like, nah, he hasn't done anything.
He just hasn't been, and even with Rashawn Gary's been playing more, but they've been getting off the on the field together, so it hasn't been that.
Let's see how it goes. Can you hear us? I guess.
Uh-oh. Part 2. Here we go. Come on.
Yes, no, maybe so.
He hears us. I know he hears us.
Are you sure?
No.
No. Damn it, Brock. What did you do? I told you you're in charge of him.
No.
He's like, nah.
Don't all Canadians know sign language? Can't you just start signing for our
Oh, you don't want him sign language.
He did when he first came on.
There's only the one finger sign language up there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a lot
tested the things and they work.
Tested them and they worked, and they don't work.
I don't know what he's got. He's got to have something set wrong. Got to be.
You know, Sean, that'd be great. That'd be great, except we were already. He wouldn't be able to tell the difference because he really can't hear
us. Sorry, I was laughing at the side chat there. I couldn't.
I think he called us Canucks. Is what
Canucks, yeah.
We're not Canucks. We're not from Canada. So the Falcons I mean, I don't know. They throw a lot of swing passes and stuff like that. I don't think that matters. They're still going to run the ball. I mean, you could say the same thing about the Saints. I mean, Latavius Murray doesn't exactly, scare you. Right. So,
I mean, as long as Summers is playing that full-time role, he should be fine. And it looks that way, but, I mean, we never know. I mean, Chris Barnes has had some nice stat lines to start the year, but he's really not playing that many snaps.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's played well while he's in there.
Yes, he has. Yeah. I tried to say come on about 15 minutes early. I don't know that I could have figured it out, though, in the 15 minutes we had.
Well, I was trying to get him on early, and he was having trouble getting the link, and now he's got the link. Maybe he just can't understand English. Maybe that's what it is. He's from Canada. They can't understand English.
Yeah, he can't hear us, or else he would have said something.
Well, but you're from Tennessee and understand English, so I think it's all right.
Maybe really we can't understand Tennessee English is the problem.
See, I brought you on to be on my side, not theirs, Brock. I mean, come on.
He knows the gimmick around here.
You throw beach balls, they got to be hit, man.
Yeah, man.
This will be the last time he's on.
We'll just have Sean on the show every week over in the corner freaking out.
That was great.
Yes, that was fantastic.
That was great.
We can thank him for his contribution to the
that 2-minute tirade is exactly why you should tune in to us each week, because you just never know.
Yes. Hollywood's going to do that one of these days when Ryan Tannehill wins the MVP award. He's going to just have a complete meltdown on air.
Jesus. See, you're trying to provoke me. I'm not going to do it.
Poking the bear.
Poking the bear. Damn. Everybody got quiet. What the hell?
I don't know.
When you hear Ryan Tannehill MVP, you just really don't know how to comment off of that.
He says I'm a doctor.
Canadian corner segment. Yes, we're now mandated by the Canadian government to have a Canadian on the show at all times. So
shoot!
If Coach is not here, then we'll just have Sean sitting in the bottom cornered over here.
I'm pretty close to Canada too.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, we could. You're muted right now. But yes,
the side chat is great.
I gotta catch up.
Oh, he says I'm a doctor, not a scientist.
A doctor, Jim, not a doctor.
Oh shit, he's killing me. I see him talking. He's talking like hell, but I can't hear him.
Yeah, well, he's got himself muted when he came on.
Oh man. That was great.
Yes.
Kyle, you're going to have to drive up there and show him how to set it up.
There you go. Closer.
Not that far from the border.
I would send Brock, but he'd get lost going that far.
Yeah, don't have my passport either. So.
You want me unmuted?
There he is. He still can't hear us, I guess. No, he still can't. No.
Bring me back to 1995. Windows 95, man. Can you do that?
Hot tub time machine.
That's when shit was good. Just keep making things worse. I need this software. Gotta allow these permissions. We got a 172-step process for you to fucking plug your headphones in and make them work.
Process, yes.
Dick.
I watched the.
You gotta shut off. You gotta do a 72-hour tutorial on how to make your headphones work and how to stop us from stealing every fucking last thing you got. Every keystroke, every word.
If you start your
Doing a
72-hour
DNA of
tutorial
my
now, you
fucking face right now.
Friday.
I can't.
You can hear us, and it's already. It is entertaining. It's kind of like talking to Hollywood though, when he's had like 20 beers because he doesn't listen to what anybody says anyway.
Oh shit! I can't. He's killing me. Damn it!
I'll just mute myself.
I do appreciate you can listen back to this tomorrow, and we've been very complimentary, I think, except for a couple jabs here.
Yeah.
I do like the map in the background. It's a very nice background. I need one of those for my wall here, since I teach social studies and reading. That'd be pretty cool here. He's checked your settings. He's checked his settings 5,000 times, Hollywood. So.
Well, I know Sean. He says he checks his settings, but did he really check them?
I'm pretty sure he restarted his computer and tried. Maybe his computer is like a Commodore 64 or something.
I have no idea. I mean, he said he could hear us when he first come on, but he couldn't see us or anything else. So whatever he did, now he can hear and he can see us and all that, but he can't hear us. So I have no idea. Maybe he can only do 2 of the 3 at one time.
I don't know. My only choices to modify is to edit your name, kick from studio, or ban from studio. So those are my choices. I can't really help. I can mute too, but But yeah.
I wonder if he's on his phone.
Sorry, I'm playing stuff. If he was on his phone, it would work better because I think it would just, tell him to try to just hook up his headphones to his phone.
Yeah.
Brock, aren't you on like an iPad or iPhone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Yeah, it works from your phone. That's what's good, and we'll pump up StreamYard here for a little bit. It works on anything. Obviously not Canadian devices, but
those damn Canadians, they're behind in times when it comes to technology.
This coming from Tennessee.
I fixed my problem, okay? I fixed my problem.
Yes, he did. He went and ripped all of the wireless devices out of everybody in his household's hands, is what he did.
I have no idea what was wrong with it.
He threatened his children.
I'm so pissed off. I almost had flashbacks to the night of the draft. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a sore spot on the show.
Oh, I was so freaking pissed.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be funny.
That's when Coach and Calvin were on in the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yes, I joke around that we've never seen Calvin and Dingus in the same place, but that was one night where they were in the same place. And they even came on the Friday night. We did a little Friday night draft, BS session after a few picks happened. We didn't do the whole show because it was just a little too much for me back-to-back nights. This recording 5 days a week is crazy.
Yeah.
So
I was hoping to get Sean on because he's running an IDP only Dynasty League that me and Brock's in. Defensive players only.
Hey, I'm in it too.
Oh yeah, Kyle's in it too. Yeah, that is right. Kyle,
I took you down last week on Monday night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Josie Jewell back to fantasy relevance? As long as Sam Darnold doesn't shake him out of his cleat. Oh, no, that was AJ Johnson. He shook out his cleat.
AJ Johnson, yeah.
As long as who got hurt to open up that spot? I guess they cut Todd Davis.
They cut Davis, and then Strnad got hurt.
Strnad got hurt, yeah. So I mean, for now, he's playing good. I mean,
yeah, he's doing real.
He's playing upper 90% snaps too. So I mean,
the good's a relative term because that game showed no defense last night, pretty much.
He had what, 8 or 9 tackles and a sack last night.
He did, yeah.
2 sacks. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I knew he had one.
so. I think
it was a good IDP night. I just saw a lot of people this morning tweeting out their IDP numbers. Bradley Chubb owners were happy. Bradley Chubb owners got Chubb.
Yeah.
And
what?
Josie Joel owners, Pierre Desir owners were probably furious and happy at the same time.
Right.
I love how the announce team was like, this is probably the most highs and lows you could possibly have because getting embarrassed by what's his name? Jerry Jeudy by ripping the ball over your head and out of your hands. It's embarrassing. But then he had that
slow stepped into the end zone too. Like, really? You're just going to let me do this? Really?
Yep.
But he had that sweet toe drag swag interception that, was one of the best catches of the season with the feet down, the toes down. So you got to figure, and he had another interception after that. So I mean,
I think one of the biggest things that I still don't get was Avery Williamson played 44% of the snaps last night.
Mm-hmm.
Ogletree played 56%. After Avery Williamson came back last week, started and played almost every snap. Then
I have no idea what that was about.
I don't get it.
I don't
know. But half the Jets got hurt last night, so it could be.
I don't know if I didn't see if he got hurt. I didn't see anything yet on it, but that one blew my mind. I don't know how Ogletree's seen more reps than him.
Yeah,
there you go, Sean.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He sucks.
Yeah. I don't. That one blew my mind when I looked at it today. I was like, "Holy shit, that don't make any sense."
Somebody was really proud of themselves for picking up Ogletree in a 32-teamer, and I'm like, "Why are you proud of that?" Like, he's you might get a couple good games out of this, but yeah.
Yeah, things were looking up for Williamson, but then looks like Neville Hewitt's the only one he can play.
Yeah, Hewitt didn't have a bad day. I think he had 8 tackles. So he didn't do too bad at all. I know a lot of people were hating on him, but considering what the Jets has got, it's worth the roll of the dice.
Hold on. Is Calvin Ridley not playing this week or something?
No, he's out, I think.
Calvin Ridley?
I think.
What the hell? Am I going to have any players going?
Really? Ridley's out.
Yeah, Gary Davenport tweeted out. So no Michael Thomas will be or DeAndre Hopkins maybe, or Julio Jones is playing. Calvin Ridley is a maybe. Devontae Adams is according to Kyle, he's practicing.
Sean said if it was
you got a couple limited.
What was that?
Sean said if it was a Walkman, he could make it work. Oh man.
Does they have a flip phone? Is that why he can't use his phone?
It must be.
I don't know.
Oh man, he's so funny.
Yeah.
He couldn't get it fixed.
Yeah.
He's killing me in this chat. Can Chicago go 4-0?
Who are they playing? The Colts. I think we said earlier. They could.
Sure.
They could.
Nothing out of their star ends, though. Robert Quinn's doing nothing. Khalil Mack's done basically nothing.
Well, I've been out on Khalil Mack since he's been a linebacker for a long time. So
it's now the Big Dig Nick show now up there.
BDN, yep.
Yeah.
Well, Rivers has a way of making defenses look better. He's not afraid to do that every now and then.
Very true. It's a good point.
I don't. Yeah. I'm surprised they're 3-0, so I guess I shouldn't be shocked if they're 4-0.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, it's shocking that they are 3-0, and really. The game against Detroit, they came back. The game against Atlanta, they came back. Really, the only game that they had in hand was the Giants game, and the Giants are god-awful at football. So, They might be worse. They might be just as bad as the Jets. So
that's rough.
Without Barkley, absolutely.
That's the ultimate insult anymore. You're as bad as the Jets.
Yeah. I think Blake Cashman will have a role when he comes back from IR. What Alec Ogletree's doing right now, because there's no way in hell Alec Ogletree should be playing football still.
Yeah.
He's been declining since he left St. Louis. And yes, I said St. Louis.
Yeah.
Not even LA. That's how old it's been.
Beating American Matt Donnelly. That's good.
There you go.
That's well done, Sean.
Yes.
Nice, Sean.
It's kind of especially funny because of the reason he said he could go.
That's what I was thinking. The reason why he's not here. Yeah.
Oh man.
He said it was his date night.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the best part is him putting the word "the" in front of it. That was great.
It's like appointment television.
It is.
Can you hear us?
Oh God, he's back. Sean's back again. He can't hear us.
We keep trying.
I have no idea, man.
Try AOL dial up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
So what do we think about Cincinnati Jacksonville?
You're really
some big opportunity right here.
You're still.
Hey, I'm telling you.
You're just playing.
The hell?
What is that?
Sean loves the fact.
Are we having an earthquake?
Yes. An hour in, and he is still not giving up.
You
By
know
the way,
what's going to happen.
Here is Johnny's weekly chime in.
Yes.
What's up, Johnny?
Smith gonna split Matt
What
Ryan's
up, Johnny? Absolutely. You know it, brother.
Thank you, Johnny. That's his weekly contribution to the show. He was on the show last week, so
he was.
You're the man.
And him, we had to wait until like 10:55 to get the cheek splitter of the week. So, but yes,
yeah, he got it in. He got the cheek splitter in.
Got it in.
And it's a Packer.
Well, let's see. We always hear from Chris. He always chimes in with something.
Yep.
We always hear from Johnny with his cheek splitter.
Yep.
Sean and B. Hartley are regulars now around here. So you can hear us.
Yeah, you can't hear me?
Holy shit, we can.
Oh my God,
we got it
just
working.
Took you an hour and 9 minutes. You Canadian, fuck you. Jesus. That's
Straight
great.
at a monk. And
Wait. So there's got to be something for this here. You got to give me a second here.
That was great.
I was not ready for this. So I don't have like the Hallelujah chorus or anything like that, but
sound bites.
Yes, we have sound bites. So
what did you have to change?
Appropriate.
I had to plug it into the microphone.
There you go. Here you go. Here's a good one for that.
Oh,
it's not working. Damn it. We've got to refresh.
Oh God. Now you're infected. First it was Sean. Now it's you.
There you go. The more you know. But yes. We could have played this for the last hour.
You have failed this city.
And we could have had this one.
Oh God.
And let's see, what else could we have had
That's
here? Here we go. Homer.
Don't.
Yep. And then we could have had this when you got plugged in. Or this.
Oh, that was great. No, I can't.
What else do we got here?
No.
We could have been really mean and played this.
Dummy, yeah.
I like that one. That's the best one.
Or this.
You guys got to plug your. Sorry, you guys got to plug your headphones into your microphone.
Yes, and actually, I didn't even think I probably should have recommended that, but you still should be able to fix your settings so that you could do either. But
actually, I don't. My headphones are plugged into my laptop, the USB.
That's probably why you have so many issues.
Really?
But you have a USB. See, you have a USB headphone that you can't plug in. So
right.
But yeah, my headphones are plugged into the microphone, but I don't even think about that stuff because I don't touch much of anything here. I touch the little red button when my son comes down and hits the button on me, and I'll be talking during class. I was talking during class like the first minute, and the kids are like waving at me like I'm like, what? They're like,
well, the important thing, Sean's here. It just took him an hour and 9 minutes.
It did, yes.
I don't think that record will never be.
How many seconds?
It don't tell me the seconds, so.
I'll give you a tutorial on how to touch the red button if you want sometime.
That was great.
I might not be hip to all this technology stuff, but I know all about the red buttons.
Well, we was about to send Kyle. He lives in Minnesota. We was about to send him up that way.
Michigan.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, you man, for sure. Come on up.
I'm in Michigan, but yeah, I'm close to the
Montreal, baby.
Michigan, Minnesota. It starts with an M-I. Who cares? Close enough. I would have sent Broad, but I was afraid he'd get lost getting up that way.
Where are you from, Seahawks, Dan?
I'm from Amish country outside of Philadelphia. So that terrible, terrible place, that place where bad things happen.
Yeah, he raises barns on the weekends.
Well, it's better than Nebraska, no matter what.
This is true. Very true.
Or Southern Kentucky.
Oh, see, I liked you better when we couldn't hear you.
Everybody does. Every girl.
Well, the thing is, we can hear you just fine, and I don't know if you could tell by our reactions, but yeah, we were dying over here because that was
you were definitely the highlight of the show, man.
Oh yeah,
every girlfriend I've ever had says I'm great until I open my mouth.
Oh man,
I will say. I get, and I'm sure you guys have seen the show. I get a very Rafi vibe from this. You see it, right? From the league.
Yes.
Yes.
No clue.
No clue. You gotta watch the league. You gotta watch the league.
You gotta watch the league, man.
Is that the?
You gotta go to.
He was on Brooklyn Nine-Nine too.
He may have been, yeah.
I think he might have been.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that.
Yeah, you gotta go to Blockbuster Video and go take out the league on
the crazy motherfucker on Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Well, he basically played the crazy MFer on the league too.
Oh, am I allowed to swear?
Sure.
I hope so. You shouldn't have invited me if not.
You're good. I'm pretty sure you're good with me on here.
I don't personally, but too much, but you know.
Okay, well, I drank 8 of these 5%ers, so I gotta up it up here. I'll be right back.
He was calling your American beer.
Oh, this is
lightweight beer.
This is great. He finally gets it hooked up 5 minutes in. I gotta go, guys. Shit, I'll be back.
You know what I really thought was going to happen?
It's very Darrell-like, though.
Right?
I thought we was really going to record for like 2 hours, and he wasn't going to be on. And when we ended, he was going to get it all. He was going to be the only one there.
That's a Darrell move, though, right there. To just be like, on, and then I gotta go, guys. Be right back.
Great minds think alike, man. See, Dan, I'm not the only one.
I'm used to drinking double IPAs, 8%ers and stuff, and I decided to go cheap and get these 5% Budweisers, but it's not working.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to go Busch Ice.
Ooh. Busch Ice. Ooh, that's rough.
Disgusting. I
know. Oh, shit. Oh, man. All right.
Are we going to talk some football or what?
Yeah. Well, Johnny said that Zadarius Smith is going to split some cheeks. So
Zadarius, my man.
Zadarius. He's been the only
sacker bust, man. Sacker bust.
Yeah. That's the problem with those edge guys, right there.
Yep, that's the problem with them. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, sure, we'll go with that. I assume we're talking about defensive ends and outside linebackers, but hey, if you want to call them edges, go right ahead. I refuse.
You say
to
that
call
doesn't
them edges.
exist.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah,
it's either defensive end or outside linebackers. You don't see the word edge anywhere.
It's coming.
Oh,
didn't ESPN do something like that?
Yeah, I think they did actually.
ESPN did.
Yep.
It's the way it should be, really. I think. What do you guys say?
I'm in favor of the true position. I'm in favor of the true position only because if your job is to kill the quarterback and that's your primary job, you're an edge rusher, you're a pass rusher, you're a defensive end. I mean, you can call it whatever, but you can call somebody a linebacker, but if their primary job is to get to the quarterback, then their primary job is to kill the quarterback.
I think one of the reasons I hate it so much is because most of my leagues are dynasty leagues and they're position specific, defensive end, linebacker. I think now that if you switched it to edge, I feel like it would water down defensive ends a bit because you're bringing
they're so boom bust anyway.
I know, but I mean, you've got the elite like Garrett, Hunter, the Bosa's, whatever. You know, you've only got a handful at the top. So if you bring in the edge, I think it's just, to me, it just waters it down. That's why I like that.
So you'd bring TJ Watt and
yes, exactly.
five other guys into the conversation.
TJ Watt, probably Bradley Chubb, Von Miller. I'm trying to think.
Von Miller's getting up there. He's
getting up there in age. So, but you know my point. That's my point. I just feel like it would water it down. I'll adjust though if I have to.
But it would make linebackers a little bit more meaningful, I think. I don't know. Quentin Dunbar's out, so fire up your Fitzmagic shares because Trey Flowers can't stop anybody.
No.
Emmanuel. Oh wait, you know if the Eagles actually had any receivers, they might be in contention, but they're going to run like 10 tight end sets, even though they don't. The Eagles are banged up too. Emmanuel Mosley. Well, Emmanuel Mosley and Akello Witherspoon are out for the Niners, so they don't have any corners.
Ooh.
Well, the Eagles have no receivers, so it'll work out well then.
So that's going to be an ugly Sunday night game.
Yeah, I think Deshaun Jackson's out too, ain't he?
I think
Deshaun Jackson.
Last I knew, Greg Ward was the only healthy one.
When is Deshaun Jackson not out?
Well, that's very true. Very true.
Game 1 of every season.
Yeah,
he plays game 1.
Tantalizing skill set, and then done.
Yeah,
every year.
This is going to be Darrell's dream week. All these corners are out, so he's going to have to dig deep at corner. TJ Carey is out. Greedy Williams is out. Dre Kirkpatrick is questionable with a concussion.
Damn.
Baker's out.
Both the Saints corners are out.
Ooh, actually, this was interesting, but not quite interesting. Tony Jefferson had a visit with the Colts.
With the Colts?
And the Cards.
And the Cards, yeah. Wow.
He left Indianapolis without a contract, though, so not quite as interesting, but it's interesting to see he's visiting some teams. He's coming off of an injury, so we'll see. Lamar Miller's on the Bears practice squad.
Yep, saw that.
I mean, with Cohen out for the season, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I have Lamar Miller on a couple teams just because
he's from the U.
Jets. That's definitely not why, because I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Right, Brock?
The what?
The U.
Never heard of them.
The convicts.
I got some. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Convicts.
Ty Johnson is now a New York Jet.
I'm really interested in that. To me, Ty Johnson was a cheaper Miles Sanders, but it never panned out, obviously.
Right.
I was big on hot take. That's what I'm known
That is,
for.
yeah, that's
Hot take.
Yeah, but if you look at their profiles, they're eerily similar. Just I've never really been on the Miles Sanders hype train, but flew up in my face last year.
I'm just not sure if that's extremely insulting to Miles Sanders or extremely complimentary to Ty Johnson.
Is everybody freezing, or is it just me?
Just you.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
The Canadians had the Canadian, the border patrol had to check
the border patrol
and stop it and check our IDs. To
FBI.
See.
Yeah.
Well, what's the Canadian FBI? Isn't that the Mounties?
No, CSIS or some shit. I don't know.
Okay. Is it the Canadian FBI? That'd be kind of funny if it was.
Hold
FBI.
on, I'll open up my fucking front door and ask them.
Oh shit!
Sean's got a great question. How the hell does Gase still have a job?
I have no idea.
They broke that down.
Have a job?
Adam Gase. They broke that down a little bit this morning on Good Morning Football. They're basically like, so what are you going to do? Give Greg Williams another bad head coaching job and fire everybody at the end of the season? You know, they might as well just let Gase ride this out.
100%.
You let Gase lead you to Lawrence.
That's true.
True.
True. What are you going to do? It's not even their fault. It's not the quarterback's fault. It's not the head coach's fault. They got no personnel.
Yeah, they're thinking
Denzel Mims, the only speed receiver they got. They let Robbie Anderson go. You know, like they got nothing. I don't know why they let Anderson go. They got nobody to throw to. They got no RB1. They got nothing. Look at the whole team. O-line is trash.
They got Jeff Smith, man.
Yeah.
Jeff Smith. I actually have Jeff Smith on a 32 team. Wow. And I put him back on my practice squad. I activated him from the injury report and put him on my taxi squad because I'm like, I'm never going to play this dude. And apparently last night was the night to play him.
Yeah. When Jamison Crowder is your number one wide receiver and you got a 40-year-old running back that's your best running back,
yeah,
you got some serious problems in the personnel department.
Yeah.
You can't put that on the quarterback. You can't put that on the head coach even. I don't think. And like you said, what's the sense in getting rid of him now?
Yeah, I like Darnold. I think he could be good if he had the weapons around him.
I love Darnold. Darnold was my number one quarterback in that class coming out. Yep. I still feel the same way. He's oozing with talent and potential, man. He really is.
Yeah, I mean, if they screw around and get the first pick and take Lawrence, they got to trade him somewhere. And I'm about willing to bet if they do, he's going to take off.
I still feel that way about Josh Rosen.
No, see, I don't know. Josh Rosen is not even in the same class as Darnold. Josh Rosen is a bum. I don't care what you say. He's a bum.
He got. See, if Josh Rosen has interests outside of football, he doesn't want it bad enough. I think is the issue with Josh Rosen. Myself personally, I think he has probably enough talent to be a pretty good and smarts to be a pretty good NFL quarterback. He never put in the work. He never did what it took to be that guy. You got to have 100% commitment.
How much of it was the Cardinals hired Kingsbury and just said, you can pick whoever you want and we'll figure out our mistakes later.
That O-line was atrocious.
Yeah.
I'm sure that
he didn't get to play. I mean, if he actually got to play for more than a year or half a year, he didn't even play that whole year. He got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah, but he played, a half a year, like you said. They clearly made the right decision by bringing in Murray because Murray's fire right now.
I'm not saying
but Murray can run. Murray can escape the pocket. Murray can
and you have a crappy offensive line in front of you.
Exactly.
You have to run for your life. So
true.
I mean, that's the thing. You need – I mean, the Jets are building an offensive line. I mean, Beckham was in and out last night. He wasn't healthy.
God, did you see his face? That was craziness.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, God. That was just horrible.
Who's that, Beckham?
Yeah, he was holding his shoulder or something, and you just seen that look on his face. And they kept putting him back out there, is what I couldn't figure out.
You were saying something got messed up with his face. What happened?
The look on his face, they panned to him while he was sitting on the bench, and he was just like, ugh.
You know, Daniel, if you didn't put it was the Stashmanian Devil, we would have known it was you anyway. Where's the no Minshew?
Right. Yeah. So one thing that I kind of wrote a piece on this week, and we've all been thinking it this year, when Cincinnati signed Von Bell, everybody wondered who's going to be the odd man out. And I
told you.
Yeah, I was with you on that. I was like, it's going to be Sean Williams, and last week proved it. He did not play one single defensive snap. He only played, I think, 9 special team snaps. Bates
they didn't pay Von Bell all that money to come in there and ride the pine.
Exactly, but I think a lot of people were kind of thinking, and me and Dan's talked about this a bunch. Some people were thinking maybe they did a rotation, like a split between them, and I'm like, I don't see that. I mean, maybe it's like a 65-35 at best, but I think Williams is the one out. Maybe he comes down to play some snaps in the box, but if you've got Wilson and King Davis-Gaither, if they're going to play like that with Pratt, then I don't see any room for Williams. I think they got to trade him, right? Somewhere.
You and your Logan Wilson.
Hey, man. 5 tackles and an interception last week. Don't even. It's coming.
I got to hear about it every show.
Well, you're going to hear about it every show just because I know you hate him.
Well, I've been bringing it up the first couple weeks because he did absolutely nothing the first few weeks. So.
Yeah. See, you thought you were going to be smart and jab me with that and bit you in the ass last week. That's what happened.
5 tackles, not setting the world on fire here.
Darrell, isn't Bell wearing the dot too? Isn't he calling the plays?
He is. I
think he's calling the plays.
You know who would know? Mike Wallard.
Mike, yeah, smooth jazz himself.
Smooth jazz.
Absolutely.
I do believe he was wearing the dot, Kyle. So
yeah.
So here's
at least he's not wearing a Chris Johnson jersey.
Oh, that's it. Brock is banned because he won't take my side.
Who would diss Chris Johnson? Chris Johnson's freaking amazing.
I would.
Well, you're Canadian. What do you know?
2009 was
just enough to beat you guys in fantasy.
So here's the.
I don't know how to plug in my headphones, but I can beat you guys in fantasy.
Oh, shoot.
I think I am in a league with Sean. I think the Path to Armageddon League.
Yes, you are.
I don't know. Are you a villain or a hero in that league?
I'm a hero, man. What else would I be?
Yeah,
I'm Iron Man.
That's right.
I'm Negan, so we are all Negan.
I don't even know heroes or supervillains or any of this shit. So you're gonna. I don't even.
Negan's the anti-hero villain from Walking Dead.
Who?
Negan.
Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So what side are you on? Are you on the hero side? Maybe I could trade with somebody else besides Hollywood.
I'm on the villains.
Hollywood
villain
side. No, he's on the other side, John.
Oh,
yeah, I'm on the villain side with Coach Dingus there.
Which Coach Dingus?
Tell us about Blake Martinez, Darrell.
Sure.
That's right up there with telling us about Logan Wilson.
Yep.
But yeah, I am Negan, and I don't know. I took over a pretty decent team, so I'm in pretty decent shape there. I think I like the all play option because it's crazy to see that I'm like already have like 38 wins or some crap.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool to be like, holy shit, we played 3 weeks.
And the standings change quickly too. I mean, or they can because you're playing so many games.
Well, I mean, you have a bad week, you could go.
Yeah,
two in what? There's 24 teams in the league. 2 and 22.
Well,
easily.
Punisher's got it on lockdown right now, playing all those tight ends.
Yeah,
he's got tight end premium. I remember he told me about that in the offseason when I was trying to acquire a tight end from him. I was like, yeah, we'll see how that works out. He's just smashing it. He was undefeated for a while there. I think he's only got 3 losses or something.
Well, this league is definitely crazy because corners actually mean something. I have like 9 corners on my roster.
Corners are huge.
Wow, Dan, that's something for you.
Hey,
Yeah, but in these Ivan leagues, man, with the scoring the way he has it set up, you have to.
Gotta know your scoring, man.
Right there's the kicker. You said it, because every one of us, I guarantee you, are in a league with Ivan. Everybody knows Ivan. He has some crazy scoring leagues, especially for like corners, defensive tackles. He has some crazy leagues.
I kind of like it though, you know.
Yeah,
it's
I do too.
It's a little different, and you know, D tackles, you got to give them some love somehow.
Right.
In Shark Tank 2, that's the strength of my team. I got the most points scored in that league, and it's because of my D tackles.
That's awesome.
There you go, guys. I'm going to roll out 3 tight ends because I have, let's see, I have Chris Godwin is out. I have the Lazard King is out. And like, I don't have
right after I acquired him from Hollywood Titan.
Yeah, he probably took a shot to his knee on the way out. Like,
I finally got him to give me Aaron Donald in the league, and I got that added in there. Alan Lazard. I thought I was pulling one over on him. Now, nope, no good.
Why did I not start Shelby Harris last night? Why did I not do that? He was in and out of the team.
Sean probably trade more. We're in a bunch of leagues, and I probably trade more with Sean than anybody.
I trade more than anybody, period. But yeah,
this is true. This is very true.
But I do trade with you more, definitely in Path to Armageddon. There's only one other guy I even talk to really because they're just ridiculous. I can't believe some of the trade offers that I get. Pardon me?
I said we trade a lot in DGN too, the wrestling league.
Yeah, for sure.
D Generation X probably presents to you.
Yeah, it is D Generation X or D whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I'm in a pretty cool league.
D Generation Dynasty Scavengers.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm in a SmackDown versus Raw league that's pretty cool, and I
really like the theme leagues.
We have one of our league mates. The commissioner set this league up, and he has all these stipulations. And like we have a pay-per-view like every 4 weeks. So like actually that last week we had like a mini pay-per-view. We had a Money in the Bank, or now this week's Money in the Bank, I think. And the winner of the Money in the Bank gets a title shot against. I'm the champ right now because I won last season. And but the problem is my team is so belligerently injured. Like I had CMC. Although it looks like I'm getting Devontae Adams back, which is good. I had Chris Godwin. I had to start. Mike Williams is probably out. Like half of my team's hurt.
Mike Williams is always out.
He is always out.
Yeah.
I should have started Jerry Jeudy if I would have. Actually, I did start Jerry Jeudy. So yeah,
Judge Judy.
Judge
Broccoli
Judy made this year look like
what's that?
The worst quarter in the world.
Broccoli loves Judge Judy.
Judy's a star, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh no shit. Why do you think I tried to acquire him off you like multiple times? He was my number 1 wide receiver coming out this year.
Maybe number 2 behind Lamb, but he's
ahead of your boy CD.
So here's one. Here, since we aren't getting a whole lot of comments here. Jerick McKinnon or Myles Gaskin? I know somebody earlier asked about Myles Gaskin.
For this week or long term or what?
For this
Probably
week.
This week.
Who does McKinnon have this week?
I'll go with McKinnon this week.
Eagles. He's off the injury.
Oh, yeah.
He had a rib injury, and I thought he was going to be out. I mean, the way they started talking early in the week is that he was not going to play. But I mean, I might have to pivot from Devontae Adams if the news gets bad.
Right.
I think he'll play.
I think he will too.
They need him. But he's one of those guys, he says if he's not 100%, he's not playing.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of crazy in the NFL.
John Brown might want to pivot off of him because
his calf?
Nothing. Well, yeah, he's not on an injury report. So I guess he's a full participant.
Yeah, he's good to go.
Playing this week.
Gabe Davis.
Dave Davis, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was one of my dudes.
I'll have to decide between Jet and Miles. Gas can.
I'll go McKinnon.
Speaking of gas can,
I might play McKinnon just
Hollywood
because.
Titans putting the gas can to his lips.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Straight tall boy.
It's Friday night. Friday night and no work tomorrow. It's happening, buddy.
Great cowboy in it.
No wonder Tennessee's ravaged with COVID.
Well, Darrell, a couple of these Fridays has had like shots and like beers and like he'll just be like,
Hey, I ain't scared. I'm not scared, man.
You guys didn't catch me 10 years ago. You would have saw all kinds of stuff.
Oh shit.
probably almost 20 years ago for me.
Hey, I ain't scared.
I like Gaskin. I'm a Finn fan. And, I owned him in college in Washington.
My only thing with him is, well, I mean, I might not play. I mean, I might go with McKinnon just because everybody else seems to be injured except for Ayuk. Actually, Debo is supposed to be back.
Yep.
So,
but didn't I see that he's going to be in a limited role or something?
Yeah, he's not going to play.
They should ease him back. I wouldn't even play the guy. I don't even need him.
I agree.
I would just run Ayuk for like 90 plays.
Yep. I agree.
Somebody's got a text.
Just ease him back in.
It's not me.
They're beating the shit out of teams. You know what I mean? Shorthanded.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, can you call the Giants and Jets football teams at this point?
Right.
True.
They're barely.
Ayuk looked great.
Yeah, he did.
He did. He didn't really even get thrown the ball any.
That end around though,
Yeah.
that was so smooth.
Yeah.
Out of Arizona State.
The playmaker.
I wasn't big on him in college, but he's winning me over.
You know who caught the ball last night? Kalen Balaj caught the ball.
That one-hander.
Jesus.
That is the worst pick I've ever made in my entire dynasty career.
No,
I still have some of him lying around.
I've got one better than Kalen Balaj. Bishop Sankey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It was so horrible.
Ooh, Adam Humphries is on the COVID list. He's the one that got added today, I guess.
Yeah, there were two of them.
Who?
Adam Humphries.
Oh, did he?
No.
Yeah. I'm looking at my lineups. I mean, Brian Edwards is out. Ruggs is out. The Raiders are hurting. Waller's playing. That's all I know. Waller and Jacobs are playing.
Waller's the man.
Do they move on from Carr next year?
They should.
I mean,
it limits them.
Yeah, I agree, but I think they're going to win enough games that it's going to take them out of the top group, like Fields, Lawrence, of course. But where do they go if they move on from him? Who are they trading for? Who are they looking at? Mariota's not going to be the guy there. If Carr's not the guy there, you got to have some kind of plan. I just don't think they're going to lose enough to get one of those top guys is kind of where I'm going with it. So they
Trey Lance.
I think Trey Lance might end up in Minnesota for some weird reason.
I don't think Lance will be there when the Raiders pick.
Are the Raiders really that good?
They're going to win enough games to knock them out of a top pick, though.
I think Lance goes in the top 10.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know if the Raiders pick in there.
And it's crazy because our buddy on Divvy IDP Grind, Eric, he's a big Bison fan. They play this week. One game, and then they don't play again until February. He's not going to play the season. He'll play this week.
Yep.
Then he's going to get ready for the draft. So if he has a big game this weekend, his draft stock is going to shoot through the freaking roof.
That's a lot of pressure on him, man.
You want to hear something funny? I should shut my mouth every once in a while. Daniel over there, the Stashmanian Devil, picked up Ty Johnson when we were talking about him being so
It was Sean.
Sean
sold him. Sean sold him, man.
I'm a big Ty Johnson guy. I held on to him all year. I barely got rid of him. I had to in some leagues, or I wouldn't have if the rosters were expanded, or if I had the room, I would keep him.
I still thought he was on Detroit, so that's how much I know here.
I got a name. I got a name for you guys' Raiders. Darnold. We talked about him earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
Man, that would be huge. That
He-
would
I
be.
think wasn't
Trevor Lawrence goes to the Jets and Sam Darnold goes to the Raiders.
Gruden in love with him?
I think he was actually.
Yeah. Cameron Batson, is he the other guy that tested positive?
Yes, he was. That's who it was.
Did you give it to him?
Actually,
Sam
no.
Darnold going to the Raiders would be awesome.
Oh, that would be great.
I'm very RB needy. So, yes, Ty Johnson was I kind of am, too. I'm down CMC, but I'm still 3-0. So, how about them apples?
There you go. I'm 3-0 too in that league, so hey, come on with it.
And I have Ayuk and Jefferson. I benched Jefferson last week. I mean, I didn't know he was going to break out.
Wow. Everybody did. Yeah, exactly.
Humble Dan.
I'm glad he did break out, though.
Yeah, so am I, because now I can actually play him a little bit. Well, Kirk Cousins got his head out of his ass and started playing quarterback. So,
well, their O-line is atrocious, dude.
Oh,
It's terrible, man. Did you see that final 4-play sequence? It's insane.
I watched that game and I could not for the life of me figure out why they just didn't continue to feed Dalvin Cook. Yeah, I mean, he had a career day, 180 something yards. Just keep feeding him. We couldn't stop him. It was clear we couldn't.
Well, he's from FSU, so you know, he's limited.
Right. This is a pretty good question. Do we know where Chandler Jones is this year? He's probably teaching Isaiah Simmons how to play football on the sidelines.
Wow. Simmons. Man, I almost made a huge mistake on him. I was in love with him.
It looks like I did make a mistake because I have quite a few shares of him.
I'm glad I took Kenneth Murray instead.
You know, the thing with Simmons is tough, right? It's 3 games in, so you don't want to write him off, but it's pretty disheartening when you see what Queen and Murray and some of those other rookies are able to jump in and do right away too, right? So
yeah,
but it's the system too, you know, and he's in between. He's a tweener. He's safety. You know what I mean? Is he a linebacker? And they got
about playing
tons of
safety
linebackers there. Yeah, maybe they should.
So
maybe they should turn him into Jamal Adams. You know what I mean?
Well,
yeah, but it's just hard for me to believe that he's not one of the best 11 players on their defense. Right. I'm not buying that.
But look at the depth they got at linebacker.
My thing with Simmons coming out always was that he had to go to a team and a defensive coordinator that was know how to use him.
Right.
I mean, he's an elite athlete, an elite talent, and Clemson knew how to put him in so many roles, right?
Right.
And it was impressive. And now, does Arizona know how to do that or not? Because they're saying, well, he's a middle linebacker. Well, no, he's a football player. You just have to figure out the best situations for him.
Right. Well, the thing too, he is a tweener, but he's got the size. You know, he's not a tweener in size because he's a big dude. He's 6'4", 230, so he can hold up in different spots. But like Brock said, where are you going to use him?
Yeah. Well, you have to know that. You have to know that when you draft him. You don't draft him saying he's
exactly.
pigeonhole a linebacker.
Yeah.
I mean,
he
would have been a guy that, if Belichick drafts that guy, look out. Right?
Oh my god!
Because he's back to Chandler Jones. Getting back to Chandler Jones, he does have 1 sack. And by the way, Chandler Jones will break out in week 5 because he's playing the Jets.
I can't even. Yeah, I can't even imagine what Simmons would look like in Patriots uniform. Belichick would just, oh my gosh, the way he would use him.
He'd be wearing blue with white numbers.
I know that's but no, that's what he needed. Someone that can have that vision. I don't know if the Cardinals necessarily have that, and so. I know I have.
Mike Vrabel, I think, would use him a little better.
Who's the DC in Arizona?
It's Vance
Joseph. Vance Joseph. Yep.
That's kind of surprising because to me it almost feels like that team, because of the head coach Killingsbury, they're so offensive minded that they're kind of overlooking defense. But I'm surprised that Joseph doesn't do more of that defense because he's a pretty good defensive coach.
here's the deal where Joseph might not have that much input. The front office spent a lot of money on linebacker this offseason. The front office also drafted a linebacker, so they're stupid in that range. But not because of the talent, but because of the way they're using him. But
who are they starting at linebacker? Jordan Hicks,
Cameron, not Cameron,
Campbell,
and Devin Kennard is getting snaps. Hassan Reddick is still getting snaps. I think Hassan Reddick must have had a lights out training camp because
he's played pretty well. But see, that's my thing.
He has played well, and I think that's what's keeping him off the field a little bit. Maybe is because he is doing okay. So
maybe, but how is him and Kennard keeping Simmons? They're not better than Simmons athletically.
Maybe Simmons doesn't know the plays.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that I'm confused with it.
And rookies don't always just not everybody is day one starter and takes off.
All right, good night.
I don't know why it's no weekend.
I just hate to. I don't know. I think you put him in New England, like we were talking about. Simmons is probably a front runner for defensive rookie of the year, no doubt. Because Belichick's just he's gonna use him everywhere possible. Linebacker, safety. You're probably going to see him at corner.
That's my call. Right, bud.
Bedtime.
Yeah, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
It amazes me that these teams draft some of these players and then they either A, don't know how to use them, B, don't know where to use them, or C, they don't have the right mindset at a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's not a fit.
Yeah, but that happens on every position and every throughout offense and defense. So, you see guys drafted that, oh yeah, this guy looks good on paper, but they don't know what to do with them. Right. Simmons is probably the poster boy for that, and it's kind of
here's a pump the brakes.
Here he is. Yep.
Yeah.
Now I did not draft Simmons. At a full disclosure, I thought he was being overdrafted because of the log jam there. But if Hicks, Campbell, Jones, Kennard, or Hassan Reddick get hurt, he's going to be the next man up there. And whatever role he's filling,
Hassan Reddick still has a role there?
He does, man. He's actually played pretty well this season.
What kind of percentage snaps he's getting there?
Ooh, let me see.
I can look it up, but I mean, he's got a few sacks. He's got more sacks than Chandler Jones. So
interesting.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought they moved on from him for some reason.
But I think, you said,
I thought for sure he was getting cut in the last cuts. But
you said a role for Simmons, and I think the problem with Simmons is he's not really a guy that has a role, right?
Yeah.
He just, you put him out there, and it's more like he's like situation based. Like, oh man, we need this guy to slide over to corner now. We need him to slide to safety. We need him to do this, and I don't know if they can figure that out. And I don't know if he's a player that.
Well, why not try him out at safety right now?
Well, they gotta maybe.
Okay, they might on Sunday.
Yeah,
even Banjo's out.
So
looking at Reddick, he's played 40%, 44%, and 53% of the snaps the first 3 weeks.
Really?
He's playing mainly an edge position.
Well, Banjo's out with a hamstring, and Buddha's out with that UCL surgery in his thumb. So
Jalen Thompson's out for a few weeks. So it's
tongue twister.
It's going to be Deontay Thompson.
It's a bush ice tongue twister.
I followed
tongue twister brought to you by Bush
injuries for a long time, and I think that's the first UCL injury I've ever heard of. So,
is that an elbow injury? A UCL?
It's in your hand somewhere, isn't it? Finger.
Dr. Dujay.
Thumb, yeah.
On the scene. You never heard of the UCL?
I can't with you, brother. I can't.
Kind of like the red button. You never heard of that neither, have you, bro?
Yeah.
I got no red buttons, man. I got a simple iPhone. I plug shit in, it works.
Yeah.
I was talking about something else, man. I was referring to the clitoris.
Reflurring. Oh, so back to Reddick. He's playing basically just under 50% of the snaps, has 9 total tackles, 2 sacks, 2 pass deflections. So,
yes. Well, let's get to that part of the show. We'll let everybody, tell them where to find you on Twitter and all that, and anything else you wanna say.
Damn, let Sean go first while he's still connected.
Yours. That's right. Sean's got his microphone already running before something happens. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't care about all that. My Twitter handle is at DUJ14, DUJAY14.
I like the map in the background.
Yeah, this is world headquarters, baby.
World headquarters.
World headquarters.
Prestige worldwide.
This is fucking Razor Ramon's world headquarters. Iron Man.
I said I teach social stuff.
Leo Major.
I need I need one of them. I don't think my textured wall would hold a map very well, though. Brock, how about you? Husker Nation?
Yeah, Husker Nation. Yeah, Husker Nation. No. At Brockret, BROCKRETZ. And thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Yeah.
No,
I always read that as Brock Ertz.
No, Brock Retz.
Brock Retz.
Yeah.
But when I'm glancing at it, I'm not really. I skim a lot of stuff. I don't really read a whole lot of stuff. I'll skim over it and I'll look. I'll be like, oh, it's like Brock Ertz over there. But
I did the same thing. I was like, Brock Ertz, and I would type it in because I would tag him on something, and I would leave out that R in front of it, and I'm like,
and it would mess it up. Yeah.
I was like, son of a bitch, I know that's
well,
right.
that's that Tennessee education coming through,
Well,
right?
you know, 3 hours reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Oh man, I hope you're joking.
I am joking.
If not, maybe I need to go to Tennessee. That education system might need some help.
We don't need your Amish ass down here.
Oh, please.
Moonshine Nation.
I don't teach in the Amish community, but Kyle, how about you? What are you working on? What are you writing?
Just doing the waiver article over at IDP, guys. Comes out on Tuesday. Trying to find some guys that could help you out for the next week, man.
Yeah. I was writing a rookie update, and then this virtual teaching sucks, so I have no time.
Man.
And we podcast 7 nights a week. So
yeah, you guys are busy.
Yeah.
I'm dying with the podcasting.
You're dying from podcasting?
Yeah, it's like 4 nights a week, dude.
Oh yeah, when we don't do the Patreon back to back, yeah.
Did I hear 4 months a week?
4 nights.
Oh.
That's a Tennessee
4 nights a week.
Southern Kentucky.
Southern Kentucky, yeah. I hear you.
It's nice to meet you, Kyle.
Nice to meet you, Sean. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
In Hollywood, what are you working on? You're like 50 articles. You're on like 10 podcasts.
Man,
do you
I'm
work
everywhere.
like a regular job, or is this your regular gig?
I do work. That's why I tell you, sleep when you're dead, because I get no sleep, man. Between
you normally sleep during the first 20 minutes of IDP Nation, so.
Dude, I hate you. I hate you.
Your wife's red button is being neglected.
Oh, shoot.
Well, the other night, I tell them I'm like 9 o'clock sharp because, we normally tape the Patreon right after the regular show, and it's like 9:10, and I'm like, I'm texting him and I'm starting because I'm not. I can't wait around.
But let's back up, because I texted him like at 7 or 7:30, and I was like, "What time tonight?" Just to make sure, and he never responded. And I sat down on the couch, and I was like,
I was playing a game on my phone, so I probably didn't read that till about 9.
I was out like a light, and I woke up and I was like, it's like 10:15 after 9. I was like, son of a bitch. And I run in here, I turn on the computer and jump on. Dan's already got the news and notes. He's already going through picks and everything. I'm like, what the hell?
I didn't start the picks yet, but I did good.
What jersey is that in the background there, Seahawks, Dan?
That's a Sean Alexander child size jersey. So when my kids outgrew the jerseys, I have Earl Thomas right behind me. You can't really see that, but But yeah, when my kids outgrew, when they're too big for the jerseys, I just kind of throw them in a thing. I got a couple of Russell Wilsons to come because they each have a Russell Wilson jersey. So when they outgrow them, I'll be throwing them on the wall too.
What's going on with Earl? How come he didn't sign with the Texans? Give us the inside scoop. Give us the inside scoop, Dan.
The reason he did not get this workout is because teams want the NFL after the Titans, infected everybody in the league.
Really?
Dirty Tennessee.
They wanted teams.
Every last one of you all.
Can I explain?
No, you can't.
Maybe somebody doesn't know about at 11 o'clock at night. The teams want the NFL wants the teams to be a little more cautious about bringing in guys from outside. So I guess they want him tested before he comes to the facility. Because maybe that's the reason the Titans infected.
And to touch on that, I actually think that's what has happened in Tennessee, because before all these positives started, they brought in somebody and put them on their practice squad, and they immediately put him on the COVID list. Like 2 days after they brought him in, they put him on the COVID list. So I'm kind of wondering if
who is he, huh?
I bet he was from Nebraska.
He probably was. I forget who it was. It was like a nobody.
So yeah, they canceled that workout.
Well, exactly. Checks out. Nobody from Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. Maybe they tested him and he didn't pass, so they're like, "Well, come back when you can pass." But yeah, I mean that's what happened with him. He'll sign sometime. I mean, you look at some of the people that have gotten jobs. I mean, Alfred Morris signed on a practice squad.
You see Demarius Randall with the Seahawks now?
Oh, really?
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I as a role player, I don't mind that. I mean, if we're relying
practice
on
squad,
him,
but with all the safety problems they got,
he could be called up Sunday if they really need a body. I mean, because they might Leno Hills.
Not been.
You and your Antoine Bethea,
your
old man Bethea.
Yeah.
You just refused to give up on him, man.
Yeah, but you can't tell me there's not a spot in the NFL for him somewhere. I'm not saying he's a superstar, but surely to God there's a spot for him some damn where.
Well,
there's
with injuries,
younger,
you got it.
Guys unemployed right now,
like veteran salaries and all that other stuff. I mean, you can find some cheaper kid that hasn't played more than a year and throw him on your roster.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
So, Phil, we got 2 more minutes. Anything we want to get out into the atmosphere about this week in football?
Well, we can let Sean start his 72-hour tutorial on how to hook up a microphone.
Yeah. Maybe by next Friday it'll be hooked up.
It ain't the microphone; it was the headset.
That was great.
I had to plug the headset into the microphone.
That will forever go down as one of the best 3 minutes of our show ever.
Who's got a microphone and a headset?
I have no idea what I said at that time, and I apologize.
That was hilarious.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You got to go back and listen because it was right.
I was trying. That's the PG version of me.
If that's PG, I don't know.
10 years ago, computer smash.
It was great.
Microphone out the door.
Out the door, right?
It was great.
Look at Brock. He can't wait to get rid of us.
There used to be a joke.
He's too cool for us. Nice to see you in person, Brock. Nice to finally meet you, sir.
Yes, Brock.
Yeah, no shit, guys.
Me and Broccoli started chatting about how we were gonna incorporate college and pro together in a league one time. That's how I met him on Twitter. I said we got to find a way to make them both count at once and make a season out of them both. And he started this C2C league, and it's not quite the way we were talking about it and the way I envisioned it, but it's still pretty good. I think we gotta. I think we got to make a couple improvements, though, Brock. I'll have to talk to you about that off camera.
Well, this year college is a complete cluster.
Oh man,
it sucks this year.
I'm diehard college. Like that's what I did. Like for many years, I was NFL when I started, and I found it too easy, you know, back in the day. You guys are all probably young, you wouldn't understand, but and I'm arrogant, so you know, you can take it with a grain of salt. But I was always winning. You know what I mean? I was always in the finals or winning this shit, and I was like, "Fuck, man, this is way too easy." And some guys that a guy that played linebacker at university with me, he got me into this college fantasy league. And to me, it was the ultimate. It was, you know, it's NFL times 10. But lately, I just don't feel the same about it at all. The last couple of years, there's been some scheduling things that have kind of pissed me off. And I don't know, it's just not the same anymore at all. And now this COVID thing really might have put a nail in the coffin. But Brock and I share a love for the college game. And I wanted to try to find a way to incorporate the two to make it even more challenging, right? Like that's what this is all about to me, is the challenge. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the fake internet fame, any of that. Obviously, look at me. I could care less. But the college game is just not the same anymore. The challenge used to be just the best that you could possibly get. And now I hope that it comes back in 2021. That's what I'm hoping for, is a revival in 2021, because my heart's just not in it anymore. And actually, I've come back to the pro side more now. The side that I thought was, you know, not as challenging. Now there's some formats out there, some leagues out there with, like, you know, 70 teams and some scoring formats and some things that are, you know, really piquing my interest a lot more. So anyways, I'll stop talking right now.
Yeah. So we are going to sign off for this evening. It's a little after that. That's all right. And just for Darrell, ready?
Sponsored by Bush Ice.
Hey, if it was, I might drink a few.
6%.
Good night, everybody. Enjoy.
2% less than double IPA, but still good enough.
I hate you.
On that note, good night now.